Easy to describe Roland because he shows you everything he has the minute you meet him. He's full of passion, excitement, puts everything he has into every project he does. You know, knowing him from a family perspective and a business perspective has been unique in the last 5 years. And so from a family perspective, he'll do anything for anybody just like he will in the business world.
You know, one of the things that I've always enjoyed talking to Roland about is family. Both of us are very, very close to our families, very family oriented. And to me, that's so fitting that he is the chairman of the 50th anniversary for Chesapeake, because that's really what Chesapeake is all about. You know, it's all about the quality of life, and it's about family. And that seemed real appropriate when I found out that Roland was going to be our 50th anniversary chairman.
It's been an extreme honor for me to work with Roland and help him to create what the 50th Anniversary Committee has created to recognize the city's 50th for this year. And basically, when he was handed the task to do something, it was undefined. And Roland created a vision. And he began to put his team together. It's just been a lot of folks have worked in putting together this plan. But it all started with Roland having a task handed to him by the mayor, and he created a team, very capable folks in Chesapeake, to put this vision together.
Roland Davis has been a great member of the Chesapeake Rotary Club for a number of years. He was an outstanding president. He took the club to a new level. He helped bring our membership back up. We're over 100 members. He's done a great job in a number of programs. Our Paint Your Heart Out Chesapeake was exceptional this year. We've got involved in Coats for Kids. We were involved in collecting funds and actual coats and other clothing articles for underprivileged kids. And Roland has been instrumental in making that program. I think it's tripled in size, the number of kids that we're helping.
So the Brouhaha started with the opening of the breast center at Chesapeake Regional Medical Center. Roland was at this exhibit at MacArthur Mall, and he saw the responses of women who had viewed these bras and the inspiration behind all of these bras. He realized that we could take this to another level. And so 3 years ago, we started the Brouhaha Awards and Auction Show at Chesapeake Conference Center, and it's an annual event. And I went to that first committee meeting as a Roland Davis recruit, and I walked out, and the next thing I knew, I was the chairman of the committee. And I walked out shaking my head, and I said, how does he do that? But then again, how does he do all that he does? You know, he's an amazing person.
You know, for me, Roland's very much a mentor. You know, I spent my first 10 years in business with him, and you know, he set you up for success, but then, you know, he was willing to let you fail so that you could learn. And the lessons that I learned, the education that I got in real time during those 10 years under his tutelage really set me up to be able to do what I'm doing today. So it's great.
Roland is a very involved father, always has been, very hands-on. There was never this gender role with us. Even though I was fortunate enough to stay at home and raise the children while he worked, he never hesitated to jump in, do whatever he needed to do. If somebody was sick, take them to the doctors. But he also coached them in sports. He was the one that took our daughter to all her college trips to go see the different schools and helped explore those things. When Roland decided to come out of retirement, he decided to incorporate our 4 children's first 2 initials of each of their names into the name of his new company. He named it Sagimac, and that is for Sarah, Joey, Matthew, and Christopher.
The money that he raises through the wine festival, he's been able to give us donations over the years, which directly help Children Today, Leaders Tomorrow. CTLT is a different facet. We have many programs that run out of it, but the main one is we have 64 youths aged 10 to 14, and we do mentoring and leadership throughout the year, year-round. In order to be able to do that, we have to raise funds, and the donations that Roland's been able to do through the Wine Festival and the Rotary Club have just helped us exponentially. And you know, we see it firsthand, what it does for our organization, and we're greatly appreciated. I know the children know.
You know, I've known Roland since I was born. I was actually in his wedding. I was the ring bearer. But it wasn't until we did the wine festival that we really got to know each other. You know, sitting in his living room, we started discussing different ways that the Rotary could be bigger and better in this community, and we really felt like this wine festival was something that would take off. And you know, I pitched the idea to him, and a few minutes later, I'm driving home and I got my first email from him that another Rotary club across the country had done this. And before you know it, him and I had exchanged, 20, 30 emails on how we were going to present it to the board. And from there, it just took off. And it's been one of those things that we've been very blessed and lucky to be a part of.
And it has become one of the most successful Rotary fundraisers in the region and probably in the nation.
We wanted to be different than anyone else, so our wine festival goes directly to charities right here in the community, right in Chesapeake, whether it's for Coats for Kids in Rotary, the Boys and Girls Club, Chesapeake Regional Foundation. I mean, everything that we do comes right back here in this city.
Well, you know, with Roland, there is one rule every year at the wine festival, because he does everything coming up to the day, but we have to lock him in a cell at the city jail during the day so he doesn't drive everyone crazy.
He was pretty well-rounded. Roland played a lot of sports in high school. He played baseball, he played soccer, he ran track. He also was in the school plays. He was always so proud of the fact that he had earned his Eagle Scout. And when he was in college, he actually would go to Maine each summer, and he was a canoe guide at an explorer post on the rapids in Maine. He was very involved with that for years until he graduated college.
Yeah, so it wasn't just that the tutelage was for me. This was like this for other people within the company, whether they were in engineering or tech support. There are folks that have certainly taken what Roland was able to help guide and teach and move into really phenomenal careers at other places as well.
What's wow about Roland is he's not afraid to ask anybody to come and be a speaker at an event. He's not afraid to ask any corporation to be a sponsor of an event. And he's not worried about how people view him, because he knows what he's doing is just and good for the community. And I think that's something that makes Roland different.
Roland has that great ability to go out and talk to business leaders and get them to buy in to the wonderful charitable projects that we have going.
Just if you look at the fruit of his labor, he's done an excellent job for Chesapeake.
And I am so proud of you, Roland. You don't want me to choke up, so I can't say anything else.
Okay, that's good.
He knows how I feel about it.